This thing is called the Banjhakri.
A Banjhakri?
The Banjhakri.
Okay.
It's fresh.
It's like...
Is it a French country?
Actually,
fresh?
Banjhakri, no, I'm pretty sure. I want to say Middle East.
Okay.
Middle East question mark? I don't know.
You said it very French.
It's called the Banjhakri.
Banjhakri.
The Banjak. Okay.
You got a
Well, if I can't-
Turns around, gives you a croissant in the middle of the night.
Oh, wow. Way to cultural appropriate. But if I say Banjhakri, you guys would be like, wow, that was racist.
No, we wouldn't.
You
it's
would.
a fucking accent. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, dude, there's this guy at my work. I did an Australian accent, and he's from Australia, and he called me racist. He's really mad at me.
What? That's not how that's
I
not
was
how
like, wait a
racism
minute.
works.
I was like, oh, hello. And he's like, he looks at me, and he's
racist,
like,
mate.
he was like, oh,
We
it's
need
weird.
Dan from Down Under.
And he was, yeah. And I was like, I just started talking like that, you know? And like, one of my favorite things, it's like from some TikTok or something. This guy's like, oh, you want a new Home Alone? And then it's like these Australian guys having a conversation. It's really funny because their accent's pretty crazy. And then he's like, oh, where do you want to take your Home Alone at? Honolulu? And I think it's hilarious. And I'm like, ha. So I go and say that around. Well, this guy, fucking not even that Australian, looks at me and he's just
He's
like,
not even Australian.
He's barely
He has
Australian.
a fake
He
accent.
goes-
That's why he doesn't
he
want
goes-
you to have an accent.
you know, that's kind of weird. Feeling it on the other end. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, we work with a bunch of Mexicans and I make fun of them all the time. But now that
that's,
someone...
that's
Yeah,
racist.
he says that. And then
so
he goes...
admitted his own racism to
but
try
then
to
he
blame
goes,
you of
oh,
racism.
no one's ever tried to speak Australian or anything. And then he goes...
Speak
And he
Australian.
goes, yeah, and I don't know. I was just like, this cunt. And I was like, okay. I was like, what do I say?
He sounds like the one bad Australian ever to come out of Australia, and like he just landed at
I
your
don't
job.
even know this guy, and he already is
Australians are
like
usually so
decided.
cool.
That's what I said, and I was like, dude, I wasn't trying to like make fun of
I
you.
like that guy from the commercials in Australia for Energizer batteries. I think he's like the mayor or the governor or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyways, he'd always be like, Energizer.
Energizer.
And he'd like sing.
That's
He's like,
cool.
Energizer.
I like that. So
Dan from Down Under, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah, he know.
Okay.
So the Banjhakri,
A Banjhakri.
Banjhakri is like basically it looks like a small Yeti.
Okay.
Okay,
Like
so
you
kind of
know?
like a Bigfoot. Yeah, 3 to 5 feet tall.
Oh.
Oh, he's a little
He's
guy.
like a cute little
he's
guy,
a
right?
little-
Like,
little
he's
stinker.
5 is
That's like
still
3
pretty
feet tall is like a toddler.
Yeah,
3
or
feet
like
tall.
a short person.
Look at you.
I'm a little bit above 5 foot tall, so
So like
imagine I'm a little
so are you a
hairier
are you a
because I'm pretty
Banjhakri?
Are you on
Banjhakri?
What if I
Banjhakri?
was?
Why
Oh
are you
my
guys
God,
saying
I'm like getting really
French?
nervous
Damn
right
it.
now because you guys are revealing my speech.
Do you capture kids to initiate them into shamanism?
Duh.
Oh.
Then you are a
Who
Banjhakri.
doesn't?
Yeah.
Into shamanism?
Yeah.
What a random-
It's like some weird, yeah, it's not just like, oh, we're going to dig you to eat you. Like, no. Get this. They spit them back out after 30 days, right?
They're in the stomach.
No. Sorry. They release them back into society after 30 days. They don't actually like swallow them.
So it's a cult.
Right? Like these little 3 to
little
5
nomad-
foot Ewok like Yeti people capture kids, try and like convert them to shamanism, make them into a shaman or whatever, and then send them back into society 30 days later. But here's fucking weird at. This is where it gets really weird. All right. It was already weird. You got little shaman Ewoks, right? But now, often people are violently thrown from caves. If they wander into a cave and like, oh, what's this? Yeah, those motherfuckers will chuck your ass out
Because
there.
you're not a kid. They're
'Cause
like,
you're
we
not a
can't
kid.
convert you to shamanism.
Or
Get out here, you adult.
they feed them to the Banjhakri's wives.
Oh, the wife
Because
is bigger.
imagine, I don't know.
Oh, she's a
This is
queen.
only
She's a queen Banjhakri.
Imagine.
Oh,
She's-
They all bang the queen, and she
Yeah,
just
they're
poops
little worker
out
bees over
Banjhakri
there.
bees,
I'm the queen Banjhakri in my simple form.
and she takes men and throws them back. Like, no.
Yeah, get out of here.
So here's what
Buy
else
me
is
more
weird.
apple pie shots.
What else is weird is that even though we know what they look like, most of the time they're invisible.
Invisible?
Most of the time they're invisible.
Imagine getting thrown out a cave like
By some invisible force?
Yeah.
Invisible force. Yeah, it'd be insane, right? So get this.
just like
Sometimes
you're like Uncle Phil.
What if
they're
it's
known-
like? What if every time you like trip in your house or something?
Banjhakri! Hey, some people blame that on the yokai, like in Japanese
yeah?
culture. The yokai are like tricky little bastards that like to create
They're
mischief.
like trolls.
Yeah.
Little fairies.
And they're all different characters and stuff. It's huge in Japanese folklore. But yeah, that's called like the yokai. Because then,
Okay.
yeah. So, anyways,
Okay, so these little things kidnap kids. They
Yep.
only keep them for 30 days.
And then
they
send them
try
back.
to brainwash them.
yep.
If you walk into the wrong cave and they're in there, they're going to throw you out.
If you're just like wandering,
Or they're
they'll
gonna
either
feed you to the
feed you to the wife, they're going to throw you out. They've been known to throw people down hills or beat them, like push them down mountains, like get the fuck out of here. Like they're little violent assholes.
Where is this at? Do they have like a region?
Yeah.
I forgot if it was like in India.
He just doesn't
or
want to prove that we're
jungle or
right
whatever.
and that it's
France.
Yeah,
It might
it's
be France. Sure, let's say it's in the
France.
wilderness, the French wilderness. That's where the
Yeah, with all the
Banjhakri
grapes
lives.
and stuff.
No, I want to say it was Middle East because actually I'm
you have a
almost
fucking thing?
positive
Does
now.
it say?
No, I
you
took
have
notes. I took notes. I didn't say where it was from.
Oh my God, the most important note to have.
You're right. I think, yeah, look it up. I want to say it's in India because the guy was like talking about, yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
So, get this shit. The little bastards eat frog intestines and crabs.
Okay.
And so, like, if you ever see a cave with like a bunch of like frog parts and like clam shells and stuff like that, it could be a Banjhakri cave because that's what they like to eat. Besides,
Or Kelsey's bathroom.
people. There's a lot of shells in her
So
bathroom.
many crabs in my bathroom.
They're
How the fuck
said.
do you spell this?
I don't know. I spelled it the way I
Hey,
thought it
Siri.
was spelled.
Where are the Banjhakri from?
The answer I found is Sayreville.
Is
that's
Sayreville?
not
What is
right.
that, like Montana or something?
Gave me the location of the formation of Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi is the Banjhakri.
Holy shit!
Okay, that
So-
spelling, that spelling that you have is making me think. I try to spell it French of whatever I thought was going to be French, and it's very, very wrong.
What is it?
I don't know. I can't
It's like
even like
that's
listening like
very
that.
much like Middle Eastern, Indian, something like that.
It's not even coming up for me.
Well, I don't know how it was spelled. Okay, I was listening to a podcast. I didn't like read this. I listened to a podcast. This guy wrote in and was
Nepal.
like, "Nobody knows about the Banjhakri, and I want more people to know about this thing in my culture." And I was like, "Okay, this is great."
So it says the Banjhakri and Banjhakrini are shamanic deities in the tradition of the Karate.
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 K-I-R-A-I-A-T-I. I don't.
It's
People
like,
in
holy
Nepal.
shit, these cryptids know
Yeah,
karate?
so
Damn.
India. Yeah.
Okay, so India.
But isn't actual cryptid though?
Well, kind of, because it's like a monster. Get this. Apparently, when it's invisible,
It's like a legend.
yeah, they have these guys that are like that'll be like herding cows and stuff like that, and they'll carry sticks because they'll stand next
Why
to
are
these
you
cows
laughing like that?
because these little invisible fucking things will suck from the cow's teats, and they listen for the sucking sound, and then they just start swinging at the air to hit these Banjhakri off their cow's nipples. This is all from the same guy. He's like, I was like, what the fuck? I thought that shit was so fucking weird. Like, they literally have people that stand next to cows because these little bastards,
Banjhakris are freaks.
they'll go up and suck on
Yo,
cows,
they
dude.
little freaks.
And these guys got to fucking sit there and beat them with sticks to get
But
them
they're
off
just
their
hitting the
cows.
air?
Nobody
Reminds me
hits
of-
them because they're
it-
invisible, but they hear the sucking sound. They're like, oh. And then they fucking just start swinging and hitting these little
It
bastards.
reminds me when I used to work at the zoo.
Whoa.
And
The
You
fuck
doing
I
it
happened
had
at the
zoo?
zoo?
we had to mow the predator bird cages.
It's cool.
And so, like, one of us would have the lawnmower, and two of us would walk next to the guy, the lawnmower with giant rakes, in case, like, the bird kind of come down. It's like, ah!
He's hitting the American eagle with a fucking rake.
No, there was no American eagle there. There was
Vultures?
vultures and California condors.
Big motherfuckers.
Yeah, like they're serious
things will
birds.
fuck
So it
you
was like, yeah.
We're gonna need a bigger rake.
There were those, and there was like we had to carry brakes around if we had to go out where the ostriches were.
Oh my gosh.
And if like an ostrich like looked at you and got pissed, we were supposed to hold the rake up really high in the air so we looked
it'd be
bigger
like-
than the ostrich.
my
I
God.
would think that would piss an ostrich off more. Ostrich of all things, like they're huge,
Yeah.
they're like 10
They're
feet
dinosaurs,
tall.
man.
Literally, like
Straight
their
up.
talons are like bigger
Have
than
you
my
seen
hand.
their feet? They look straight out of like dinosaur
They
movies.
literally are. Like
Yeah.
they are.
Raptors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
there you go.
They're
raptors.
velociraptors.